Welcome to Grindtime on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here are your hosts, Peter and Anthony.
As confused as you are.
I'm as confused as anybody. Darian look a lot different.
I'm not Darian.
No. Get out of here. Is Darian gonna be here?
I don't think it's me today. Did he not tell you?
No.
I'm in for Darian today.
Oh, well, there we go. News breaking to us. It's the first time we heard about it. It's the first time you hear about it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to Grind Time on a Friday. Pete and Sane with you, and Jay Morgan in for Darian, who apparently is taking a personal day.
I guess.
You got any information?
Mm-mm.
Look like you might be.
I'm trying.
You might be
I'm
sorting this thing out. Yeah, you might be sorting this thing out, trying to figure this whole thing out. It's that kind of a day. It's that kind of a day already. It's a Friday. Nice weather, windy, and a good day. Hopefully for you guys to enjoy what we're going to bring to the table. We're going to talk. We're going to continue our look at feuds and people getting mad at each other. Maybe some de-escalation of some feuds, maybe some escalation of some other feuds we'll discuss coming up on the program. Also, we'll talk NBA, including the another blowout in the Eastern Conference Finals this time as the Celtics made light work of the Heat, and even in that series up at 1 apiece, heading to Boston for Game 3 this weekend. Tonight is Game 2 in the Western Conference, Dallas Golden State, with the Warriors having smacked down the Mavericks in Game 1. Let's see what Luka and the Mavericks can do to respond. PGA Championship ongoing right now at a very breezy Southern Hills. I mean, listen, it's Oklahoma. There was a famous song about the wind whipping around and all that stuff. And it's causing problems for a number of players. Not Justin Thomas, though. Justin Thomas is your leader right now, 3 under par. He has carded 2 consecutive rounds of 67. He is in the clubhouse at 6 under par, and my guess, based on what we're seeing today, that's probably going to stand. I don't know. Rory could get out there and do some stuff, but it's not necessarily the ideal scoring conditions right now. So these guys may get a little bit up there, but I wouldn't be shocked if that 6 hangs around for the remainder of the day as the top score. Rory will tee off here in just a little bit, along with Zalatoris, Hoagie, some of the other guys that are in the mix towards the top of the leaderboard. Joaquin Niemann, the South American superstar, 1 under par on his round today, 3 under par for the tournament. Anthony Sane, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm good, man. Quick shout out to, what's our sponsor's name? I should know this one.
You should know this. Which one are you talking about? FanDuel Sportsbook?
No.
Family Leisure Studios?
Hold on, let me go on my pictures. They're not a sponsor of our show. They sponsor the station.
Oh.
Shout out to A1 Towing and Hauling. Came and scooped your boy up this morning.
What happened?
So I was going to get a Mexican pizza last night, right?
Yeah, see there.
It sound like-
right out of the gate.
it sound like
that's how many bad stories have
It's
started.
like the first track of Kendrick Lamar's damn album. So I was going to get some Mexican pizza the other day.
I've heard many bad stories start like that.
So I was going to get a Mexican pizza last night, right?
John Harden, a lot of stories like that.
So I'm in the drive-through
Get a
line.
Mexican pizza last night, man. And next thing I know.
I'm in the drive-through line. Nobody's behind me, luckily. And I got a little alert.
Mm-hmm.
Ding! And my car look up.
Yep.
And it's saying my car's flaming hot.
Like some Cheetos.
Yeah. Like the flaming hot.
Did you say your car said you're flaming?
Yep. He's flaming hot.
His car said my temperature was running hot, man. So I backed out, pulled into a parking spot, called me an Uber, went home. Get up this morning. No, I called the good people at A1 Towing and Moving.
What did you say to him?
I said, we don't get a car from Italy. Then the lady said, we can get you a car, whatever. I said, ma'am, my whole front end ain't gone for this car. Y'all can tow this.
She said, "Sir, are we recording this? Is this a
live commercial?" But nah, they I called last night Because I was like, I usually got a guy I got a friend that's a manager of AutoZone. Anything I got to do with cars, towing, tires, anything, I call him. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to call him. I'm going to call my good friends A1 Towing, whatever. So I had to check my email to find their commercial real fast so I could get the phone number. And I called them, and they got me hooked up. Like I called them last night, and they scheduled me for this morning.
There you go.
Yeah. And
Look at that. See, man. And did you tell them you heard about it on Sports 56?
Yeah, I told them I worked for the radio station, and the lady I was talking to was the lady from the commercial.
Wait, was the real lady?
Yeah, it was her.
Oh, what a.
And I asked her, she said, yeah. And then
that's legendary right there.
The guy who picked me
I
up.
can't believe it's you.
Yeah. Then the guy who picked me up, I said, who is that guy that was talking on there? He said, he works for us too. He said, that's his real voice. It's just how he talks. I said, that again. We're going to talk about God late.
I wish that guy had shown up.
Yeah, that guy showed up. I would have cut a promo with that man. Take a picture.
Hey, look at this guy right here. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Man, this is that's what it's all about. So is your car gonna be okay?
I don't know yet. It's at the mechanic now. It's gonna be fine. I think it was just a blown radiator hose.
The hose.
Yeah.
Didn't you just get the thing fixed?
It's a totally different issue. Man, my car is
Boy, we gotta
rubbish.
Get you, we gotta get
no,
you.
we're not. Because I'm not gonna get no car note unless it's. They say right till the wheels fall off. The wheels have fallen off my car. Now I'm back rolling it. No, he ain't got to. Now, if it come down to that, I'm gonna get a car note.
I can do the wheels.
I'm in no rush to get a car note.
Hold up.
If I get a new car, my first hope is that I pull a real George Lapidus and our good friends that somebody's got me off in one. But trying to get a car note, not right now.
Yeah.
Until then, don't tell me late. Man.
Yeah, I listen. I understand. I'm in your predicament as well.
I can't do it.
I had my Prius that I was running that thing till the wheels fell off.
Hey.
Yeah. Smoke weed every day. That's John. That's John.
Yeah.
So I was rolling up, and then if you remember about a month ago, I had a car accident, and now the wheels did fall off, and along with some other parts. And next thing you know, now I've been thrust into this market for an automobile. So I don't have a choice, sadly.
Yeah. But I got a choice right now.
You got a choice?
I wish I would buy a new car over a radiator hose and a bus.
Man.
A real man know how to fix that themselves. I saw a dude on YouTube do it in like 2 minutes. Like, man, I wish I was a real man.
I fixed some stuff. I fixed a few hoses and changed some things. I did all right. I've learned some things, but I can't fix a completely bashed in front end. I cannot. Man,
I don't know how to do nothing.
That I cannot do, nor do I want to. So if anybody wants to hand me a car, that'd be great. Appreciate that. Anybody that's out there, just if you're listening, you got an extra car, you're just ready to part with.
And you love the work that Peter does.
And you love my work, absolutely. You've been a fan. You've been appreciative. I mean, I think that'd just be a nice gesture, honestly, just between you and me. But that's that's fine. I mean, you don't have to, but it would be lovely. So you just want to drop that off before the end of the show. I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no to you, because this market, whoo.
Yo, sometimes you gotta fix it, man. Sometimes.
It ain't. This car market is nuts. I mean, it is. You want to talk about crazy? Anthony's saying this car market is crazy.
Well, yeah, I know that.
You want to talk about crazy?
I heard that they don't have any chips or something like that.
Yeah, the chips.
So everybody's buying
like
all the
3
used
million
cars
computer chips in every car, and the chips are gone because we messed up with our supply chain issues with the COVID stuff and all this other business, and all these Bitcoin people are taking up all these little cards and chips and stuff, and it's a mess. And so they didn't make any orders, and now those orders, they're trying to ramp them back up, but they can't ramp up the production. And so, long story short, you're sitting there with real shortages, and the used car market is crazy. There are used cars right now that cost more than their new version because you could actually get it. Mm-hmm. You can't even get the other one. People are charging. You got some dealers charging crazy money over sticker for all these. It's just not good. I get thrust into this market. I didn't want to be here. This wasn't my choice. Plymouth Rock didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
Land on us.
Plymouth Rock landed on me. A old Plymouth may land on me. If I'm not 1975.
Yeah.
If I'm not careful. And then I see, Darren rolling around his nice car and Zach Boyd in his nice car. And man, someday. Jay Morgan probably got a nice car.
A Japanese car.
What kind of Japanese car?
I drive a Honda Pilot.
Okay. All right. Like a late model? Like what are we talking?
2008.
Okay. You looking to sell it or you
I'm going to drive it till the wheels fall off, I think. Which it's close.
How many miles are you talking?
185, I think.
That's dude,
190.
there is the truck market is even crazier. My car had 220,000 miles on it and it was still doing just fine. So,
Japanese car.
yeah.
Bro.
Toyota Prius. I saw for sale a Ford F350. Big old nice truck. Big old truck. I wasn't looking for that one specifically. I just happened to be scrolling through. This Joker, Ford F350, I think it was a 2014. This thing had 250,000 miles on it. So somebody's been riding that thing into the ground for the last 8 years, and it was $25,000. What? A car with a truck. Now, I know these are well made and all that, but like 250,000 miles on it.
Seller's market.
For $25,000. I don't, like, huh? Like a Maserati with 250,000 miles on it. You're not paying are you paying $25,000 for that? It's crazy. Any tips out there? Anybody, just text me.
Check this out, man. Speaking of texting,
text me on the AutoZone listener line. Get in the zone, AutoZone. 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255.
check this out. Josh Crawford, intern of the station, who comes in during the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably see him very soon.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Josh in a minute.
He messaged me on Twitter saying, tell Peter I could hook him up with a decent price on the used car.
Uh-huh.
My uncle works at a car dealership, and both of us talking about how bummy our cars are, but he only acknowledges Peter
That's right.
with the hookup.
That's right.
But I did say I don't want a car.
Because you specifically said you weren't in the market.
I'll take that.
So, I mean, that's just that simple.
I'll take
I
that.
appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, intern Josh. I appreciate that. Any and all help is always appreciated out there. All right, so as we mentioned, we're going to talk to Kari coming up. Kari Thompson joins us later.
Every time we think the
Kari
car segment going to be dead.
Kari keeps hanging on.
Yep. Every Friday after he get off, well, Peter, that's probably going to be the last relevant Kari conversation.
No. This
Here
week,
comes,
here
like
it
the
comes.
Undertaker, popping up.
Here it comes, man. Right back out there. Nick Saban, Deion Sanders, all that stuff. HBCU's back in the news. We're going to talk to Kari, who covers Jackson State for the Jackson Clarion Ledger, and get the perspective of Jackson State and Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, about all this business that's going on. For what it's worth, I guess kind of, sort of, Nick Saban tried to de-escalate the situation a little bit, maybe. Kind of, sort of. Said that he should not have specifically singled out people. I wouldn't really say that it was a straight up apology per se. I would say it was more.
It was a reaction to people getting on his ass.
Yeah, I would say it was a I'm sorry you got mad at me kind of thing. He said on Sirius XM's ESPNU radio yesterday, he said it was a mistake to specifically single out Texas A&M and Jackson State, and I apologize for that part of it, he said. I really wasn't saying that anyone did anything illegal in using name, image, and likeness. I didn't say that. That was something that was assumed by what I said, which is not really what I meant, nor was it what I said. There's nothing illegal about doing this. It's the system that allows you to do it, and that's the issue that I have. He said, I don't think NIL in its original form or what people wanted it to be is really an issue at all. I think collectives are the issue. I think one of the solutions would be if you have people that are representatives of your school and that give money to a collective, and then the collective turns around and gives it to players on the team, then that collective should become a representative of the institution. And they should not be able to give money to the player just like an alumnus can't give money to a player. For what it's worth, the SEC got involved. Texas A&M's AD Ross Bjork called in and tried to go to the principal's office and rip this whole situation wide open. The league reprimanded Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher for public criticism of another school, violating the decorum, I guess, technically is what that's thrown out to. I don't know. But Saban didn't really back off of the original point. And that goes back to what we had talked about yesterday, which is the silliness of like, and you have other coaches kind of weighing in, and Kirby Smart saying, I don't think that recruiting should be about going to the highest bidder.
What should it be about?
Yeah, what
has it been about?
What else would it be about? Like, why wouldn't you go to the highest bidder? Why is that? Why is that somehow dirty in the realm of college athletics when it's just kind of the way it goes in the job market? If you're looking for a job, you're more than likely going to get a job at the highest bidder. Like, if somebody's going to pay you $150,000, another company's going to pay you $75,000. I mean, it's not really a hard decision, is it? I don't care how much the culture, whatever. Like that's, you're doubling your salary somewhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make that move. I don't think that's so. But these guys, the insinuation is that it's somehow, like bad, nefarious, deceptive, evil, whatever. When it comes to these players, just because of the nature of how they have to arrange the payments, because the NCAA wants to, stop them from directly, paying players. It's all just stupid, man.
Yeah, these folks, all of it is nonsense, man. Like you said, his apology is bullcrap because you didn't really feel that way. You said that because I'm sure people have been tearing you up on Twitter, especially I don't think he's really got a taste of the HBCU hive, which is nothing to play with. Because I've had to deal with them my own self. Mayor Mike has had to deal with the HBCU hive. And I think the HBCU hive got a hold of him. And, I'm sure he was like, oh, my God. They're tearing me apart right now. Yeah, I don't buy it. And, like, the whole thing of players have always gone to the highest bidder, whether that's a direct payment or whatever team they feel like can help them in their future. Like, whether it's, get them the most exposure for the NFL or NBA or whatever they're doing. But, come on, man. It's time out for just being disingenuous when it comes down to this stuff, and trying to pretend that, this is all about money, man. So, I mean, the coaches, they're going to the highest bidder. They're not coaching for free. You know what I mean? So, not. Yeah.
You're talking about guys making, $10 million. You're talking about, Kirby Smart's making, 7 or 8. Jimbo's, in year, 4 or 5 of his $75 million contract that he signed. I mean, come on, man. This is it's asinine to have these kinds of discussions at this point in time. Then, on top of everything else, this is a sport that has made its backs and made its living on the backs of these players playing. And when these players start to get a little bit of ability to make their own decisions, just when these players start to get a little bit of autonomy, a little bit of power in the market to be able to leverage their own skills and their own capability, just when you start seeing some players be able to transfer, just when you start seeing some players able to, manipulate the system to some degree, coaches freak out. Coaches freak out because all of a sudden the power that they have in their little fiefdoms is being threatened. Coaches are used to having their own little mini fortress, and everything that happens is that they control every little detail of what goes on. They want to control every little aspect of these players' lives. They want to control every little aspect of these players' ability to move. And then they want to monetize that player's ability on the field or on the court for themselves. So just when these players can take advantage of that and say, no, man, I want to monetize myself. I want to be able to make this money myself. All of a sudden they start feeling threatened. And it goes back to, the way that Nick Saban, it's no coincidence that when he tried to be a professional coach, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Because you can't come in with the same old
when he's dealing with players who have their own autonomy and their own money and their own capabilities of doing stuff, it's different to motivate a guy like that than it is to motivate a kid who's in on a scholarship.
And you're seeing guys, not particularly saying this is what Jay Wright was doing, but you're seeing guys who are retiring oddly, you know what I mean? Because you're kind of hearing things like, the changing of the landscape and changing of. I'm like, bro, really? Like y'all really just gonna take your ball and leave? You know what I mean? Like, not knocking Jay Wright, he's a great coach. You know what I mean? But clearly, the changing landscape has.
You have K.
All of them. They're getting up out of there because it's like, yeah, man, I can't do things like I used to. Like, man, y'all been living off the. Y'all about to make me mad, man. I be trying to keep race out of this stuff, but I can't. I can't, Jay Morgan. Anyway.
Nobody's asking you to.
It's like these guys been like living off the back of black athletes majority of black athletes for forever. And now that now that the leverage is kind of switching hands, now it's a problem.
Man, you're about to go off like I heard Jay Morgan going off on Bob Cousy randomly. One of the most random beefs I ever heard. In my life.
That Bob Cousy stuff is real though.
I never realized you had such.
Is he actually saying he's better than these guys?
Wait, let's.
Is he alive?
Hang on, let me
we'll come back to it.
I didn't know he was alive.
Take
either.
a break. Take a break. He's still alive. Take a break. We'll still alive. We coming back to that. This is a very intriguing discussion. I heard Jay Morgan lose his mind over this, and I'm I was fascinated by that reaction. So we'll discuss when we continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Looking for a cigar lounge to call your own? One that offers a laid-back environment with a full bar, comfortable seats to kick back in and enjoy a beer or a cocktail, and a cigar? Then G-Spot, Memphis's premier cigar lounge, is just for you. Offered a wide selection of cigars, and it's open 7 days a week, starting at 12 noon for your smoking pleasure. G-Spot Cigar Lounge is now offering a limited number of memberships that provide a locker and a humidor credit. For more information, call the G-Spot Cigar Lounge, 901-801-4276.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. If you need a new roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. I have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with 2 of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time it is to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies and the Redbirds and 901 FC, not to mention Tigers football and basketball, it's going to be a fun year. Thanks to Coach Silverfield and Coach Hardaway and their staffs for their dedication to the student and athletes, the University of Memphis, the City of Memphis, and us fans. Five Ash Roof Services, a proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you. Tired of this, man, not again. It's already dark out here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Who gonna tow me this late?
Have you called A1's Towing and Hauling?
Ma'am, my whole front axle's off my car. I don't think anyone can tow this.
They can tow anything, from cranes to semis to buses to wrecked cars. You need to give them a call.
Tow starting as low as $45. Call the Gold Army, 901-685-HELP. 901-685-HELP. We can tow anything.
Swerving, speeding, and reckless driving can leave you in your own dust. Drag racing has its consequences. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. So slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, what's your theme today?
Migos.
Okay.
Apparently.
That was so funny, bro, because my mind is all over the place. When I heard this music, I was like, okay, this is Darian doing his thing. Then when I looked at the song, I forgot he was over there.
You forgot he was over there? Yeah.
Oh, man. I forgot my guy was over there, man. So I'm thinking Migos. I looked up and said, huh?
Have we checked on Sharon? Sharon likes Jay's voice.
Yeah, she likes
we checked on
the
her
soothing
today.
voice of
She likes Jay's
Jay
voice
Moore.
is she thinks my voice is sexy.
Jay Moore, you might be in the wrong industry, fam.
What industry should he be in?
I don't know.
I think I got a face for radio.
Strip club DJ?
Yeah.
Coming up on the main stage. Destiny.
Coming up. Man. See, y'all don't know nothing about Capri.
Capri.
Ebony Lace.
Capri
Not
Sun.
Ebony Lace. Not Ebony Lace. Ebony, what was it? Where is she dancing? King of Clubs. Woo.
King of Clubs. Oh, yeah.
Woo. Man, I remember when I first gave my life to the Lord.
You had to say goodbye to Capri?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, you didn't?
That's the thing.
Oh,
I couldn't say goodbye to Capri because Capri and a bunch of other strippers were members of my church.
Oh, boy.
I was like, devil, Satan, why are you doing this to me?
Satan works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, they had joined the church and they were like greeters. And their clothes was kind
Get
of
thee behind me, Satan.
Their clothes wasn't really churches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had slacks on. Them slacks was, gripping right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh.
You're not supposed to wear pants at church.
I don't know what church you go to.
You know,
I ain't that kind
ladies,
of. I ain't never went to that kind of church.
You gotta
Boy,
something modest.
Capri and a couple other exotic dancers were members of my church, man. I'm telling you, it used to be hard up in that joint. I think Capri. No,
I bet you.
I think Capri came and visited one time.
I bet you did.
It was one girl I called her question mark. I don't know what her real name was. I don't know what her dancing name. I just called her question mark.
That's a pretty good dancer name too, though.
Hey, that question mark. You know what I mean by that question mark. Man, that hump had you in a slump. You hear me? Anyway, go ahead. That hump will get you out of slump. I mean, that's what I meant.
Well, Jay, you if you have a if you have any thought on that.
You ever seen a girl that hump to get you out of slump?
I'm not a lot of thoughts on this topic, I'm afraid.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't give any thoughts. So how are you out of thoughts?
So you never seen a girl with a hump to get you out of a slump?
No.
The humps ain't your thing?
Not to this day. No, I mean, they definitely are my thing.
They definitely are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I think like we're treading dangerous water here.
What's your status? What's your status?
You might get a girlfriend. Let me leave that alone. I don't want,
Jay,
your girlfriend might not got a hump.
No, I'm a single man.
Oh, okay.
So why is it dangerous?
Well, you can talk about a hump then, man.
Well, I got family listening. You don't want
your family doesn't think you're interested in.
Your mama got a big booty or something. What's up?
Come on,
Is
that's
that what it is?
come on.
I'm gonna leave it alone. If you say leave it alone, I'm leaving it alone.
All right, that's fine. Hey, whatever you feel like you need to do, man. I'm not gonna.
Hey.
I'm just saying,
I ain't trying to yuck you young.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to yuck his yum, but I'm trying to give him some more yum.
The yuck on. No, something.
Yucca.
Yeah.
I want you to get you some yum. Get you out in this market. Because the market out there is, I know
the women like you out here. They like the boys, man.
Hey, it's different than the car market. Car market's out here tough right now. The women market out there, I would imagine,
different
economy and all that. So I just, something for you to think about.
You got the radio voice. The women chiming in saying they like,
That's right.
Put you out there, man. Hang out with
get on the speaker.
Hang out with me and Darian next week, man.
Get on the speaker right here. Let me get you that bass.
Yeah.
Get that bass.
Make that bass bump.
That's right. Make that speaker vibrate.
Trying to make that be
I like the way your be vibrating.
Yeah.
I like the way your voice be vibrating.
Baby,
All right, so one thing we know about Jay Morgan, in addition to his single status, he's single and ready to mingle, and also he hates old people.
Does he really?
Not all of them.
Apparently so.
Just one.
Who?
Unlike Darian, he hates old people, whereas Darian
loves
the
older
older
women.
ladies. Yesterday, a fun controversy. I always the sport because like everyone has to know that First Take and all these shows. I don't typically watch them because they are the sports equivalent of professional wrestling. It's all work essentially. You have these guys line up on either side of a debate, and they get all and much like wrestling. Sometimes it's entertaining, and sometimes it's. But you just have to know what you're watching. You have to know kind of what you're dealing with. No one would accuse, wrestling feuds of being legitimate, except in very rare circumstances. But we do this in I don't know. Sometimes it works itself into a shoot in situations, in weird situations, like yesterday, where I do have to find it pretty entertaining. Because J.J. Redick's out here just, doing his thing. And Mad Dog Russo's just, all the stuff that he does. And Russo apparently had his top 5 point guards of all time, and he put Bob Cousy on the list. Bob Cousy, who was, a legend in his time, without a doubt. Bob Cousy, he has a list of accolades a mile long. He is 93 years old, and he is still alive and well. He is not.
No clue he was alive.
That was news to me too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 93 years old.
Yeah, he's 93 years old, and he's still doing his thing, and that's awesome.
No, he ain't doing his thing. He's alive.
No, he's still doing his thing.
Come on now.
He's still doing his thing. You don't think he's doing his thing?
I don't know what his thing might be, but he ain't doing much.
You don't know what his thing is.
He ain't doing no things. He alive now.
If his thing was like 18 points a game, he's probably not doing that.
He ain't
anymore.
on Twitter like talking crazy. I know.
Man, he's doing his thing. That's what it's all about. Bob Cousy doing his thing. Whatever that thing is, unclear as to what that thing is, but he's doing it. But you're talking about Bob Cousy, who is one of the NBA's 75 all-time greatest players. You're talking about a guy who is.
That's also a lie. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, the NBA put him out there like that. I can't.
Let's just stick in reality, though.
But I can't. But you can't change that.
Because we talked about it when they did it. They should have just hit reset and start all over again.
13
times. The guy's grandfathered in. Let's get rid of some of these dudes.
He's a Hall of Famer, 75th anniversary team member, MVP, 12-time All-NBA player, 6-time NBA champ, 8-time assist champion, and so on and so forth. He won a lot with the Celtics when they won a whole bunch of championships. But J.J. Redick said that essentially. Cousy was getting all those numbers when he was going up against being guarded by plumbers and firemen.
Facts.
And Bob Cousy.
No, shut up. Bob Cousy did not say anything back, man. Stop it,
Bob
man.
Cousy responds.
No, you're lying. That did not happen.
No.
I haven't cut my TV on in 2 days, and I know that didn't happen. That's a lie.
Bob Cousy did not. No, he responded by
Shut
saying,
up, man.
we must have had the best firemen and plumbers on the planet. He said Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Jerry West. He said not too bad a player, Bill Russell, huh? Wilt Chamberlain. Remember that guy? He wasn't bad. I guess he must have fought fires as well.
He also wasn't playing against Wilt Chamberlain.
In any event, Wilt Chamberlain, still the best. In my judgment, small forward that ever played the game. A guy named Elgin Baylor. A couple point guards that weren't too shabby. My colleague who also had an award created, a guy named Oscar Robertson, who's pound for pound the best player perhaps in the game. Jerry West wasn't too shabby. The guys on our team, Sam and KC Jones, a guy named Hondo Havlicek wasn't too bad. Tommy Heinsohn, Frank Ramsey, George Mike, and Bob Pettit. I could go on. And we must have the very best firemen and plumbers on the planet at the time, and I was very proud to play with all of them. Bob Cousy was drafted in 1950. Another player who was selected just after him, Erwin Dambrot, bypassed the NBA and became a dentist. So
to his point,
there is some truth to the fact that these were.
It was more lucrative to get into dentistry than to go play professional basketball.
You know what? Can you imagine like a guy, first round draft pick this year is like, you know what? I feel like dentistry is really my call. I feel like.
I want to be a podiatrist.
Yeah, it's like
man, get out of my face with this stuff.
I think AJ Griffin's like, man, I could be the top 10 pick, but I do love dentistry. I do just love working with teeth. And I think it's my calling right now. What are we talking about?
Bro, I'm gonna say this. If y'all get mad, you wanna argue, you wanna disagree, you go yuck my young. Listen. There's not a starting point guard in the NBA right now that wouldn't work Bob Cousy's ass right now. Get out of my face.
He's 93.
Prime Bob Cousy. Back then, You drop that dude in the league right now.
93 years old, Bob Cousy. I would drop Bob Cousy right now.
The Graham kid from New Orleans would work him. Like, stop, man.
I'm right now. I'm challenging Bob Cousy.
Crazy.
One-on-one, right now. I will take 93-year-old Bob Cousy.
What's the little light-skinned DeBarge dude?
Graham.
No, the little light-skinned DeBarge dude is like plays in New Orleans now. Like they found him on the street somewhere. The little light-skinned dude.
Alvarado.
No, it killed whoever we talking about, man. Stop it.
To your point, this all started because Mad Dog left Chris Paul off his top 5 to put Bob
Stupid
Cousy
talk.
on
Nonsense talk, bro.
And he's like, Bob Cousy playing in
Every point guard,
environment.
every starting point guard in today's NBA would work them dudes back then, bro.
I agree.
Man, these guys
Bob Cousy was 6'1", 170. Are you kidding me? Like a 6-foot player today is like 200 pounds.
To be fair, Chris Paul is basically 6'1", 170.
Yeah, but he's Chris Paul. That's
bro.
different.
If you drop John Morant back then, that man look like Jesus in gym shoes. Like, what are we talking about, bro? That old basketball stuff is horrible. I hate to go here, but I'm here now.
No, I agree. It's
there weren't any black people in the NBA back then.
Thank you. Yes. Before black people were allowed to play, we're going to take those records.
Man, shut up, man.
I'm glad I got an hour.
Go yuck my yum, all y'all. It's stupid. Stupid, man. It's just stupid talk. Like
Kyrie or Bob Cousy.
Man, there's no starter nor backup point guard that in today's NBA that I would say wouldn't work Bob Cousy.
Jalen Brunson, Bob Cousy.
He would murder him. That man would look like Michael Jordan if you dropped him back then. Well, look at the work these dudes put in, man.
Hey, listen.
Year round, they had to have 2 jobs back then.
Bob Cousy said he didn't start taking basketball serious until he made it to the NBA. He said it was just something he was doing for girls or whatever. That man said he didn't take basketball serious until he got to the NBA, bro. This dude just fell up in the NBA.
Hey, let's look at the 1950 NBA draft when Bob Cousy was
Get out of my
Bob
face.
Cousy was picked. Let's take a look at the draft. We had the number 1 pick overall. Paul Harrison was a pick who was thrown out there as a sort of an early pick, a territorial pick, if you will. First overall pick was a guy named Chuck Scher. Next guy was Donnie Rayfeld. Then you had Bob Cousy. And then right after him was the legendary Dick Schnitker.
Hungry? Grab a Dick Schnitker.
Dick Schnicker is...
Why wait? Grab a Dick Schnitker.
Dick Schnicker.
This nigga broke phone. shout out
Dick Schnicker is out here.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
Dick Schnicker was
broke phone.
Then you had Larry Faust at number 5, of course, and then you had Erwin Dambrot, who was the guy that turned into he was a 6th pick of the draft.
Get out of my face,
this man
bro.
was a 6th pick of the draft. Who decided that he wanted to be a dentist?
It wasn't compelling enough for him.
The world of then you had multiple guys who were picked in the second round. I mean, in the second round by then there were only 12. There were only 11 teams in the league. So
I don't even want to talk about this, man.
In 1950, the statistical leader for field goal percentage in 1950 season was 47%. 47% for the year.
Yeah, because the lane was like 2 inches wide.
Yeah,
the paint was like that big, and like you couldn't. I don't know. Man.
Free throw leader was 85%, by the way. Joe Folk.
Go pull up
Dick Schnicker.
Go pull up Bob Cousy's numbers. It was shot like 30-something% from the field, bro.
No, Bob Cousy was. I mean, his career. Oh yeah, he was
career
38%. Yeah, 38% three.
That man was a career 38% shooter from the field, not from 3. Period.
In the playoffs, 34 went down.
Man, get out of my mouth with this, bro. To my point. Go Google George Mikan images, bro. This dude was bro. What are we talking about? Go look up George Mikan. They say this dude is one of the best players of all time.
Hey, I'm here for them being one of the best players of all time, but it's when you try and compare him to Chris Paul that makes me a little iffy. Like, he ain't Chris Paul.
Well, but okay, so now,
Peter, look at this picture.
Now listen, all joking aside, because listen, we're not gonna. I'm done with joking in the segment.
I'm not.
Me and Dick Schnicker, we're done joking in the segment.
Broke phone.
No, but this is why comparing across eras is stupid.
No, it ain't stupid, but it's a very relevant conversation.
No, it's not. It's stupid. No, there's no relevance whatsoever. You're talking about a totally different time and place.
as well be a different sport.
It makes a difference. It was a completely different sport. A
This
sport
is your,
played by like a bunch of dudes who.
This is your Lakers.
Yeah.
Back in the day with
Yeah.
George Mikan's Lakers.
Yeah. Why don't we see people wearing that throwback? Come on now. Why don't you represent those guys? Looks like an insurance.
The Memphis Hustle would
insurance
drop
company
would beat
that,
these dudes by 70 with George Mikan on the court.
Would MPSP, isn't that what it would have on it for Minneapolis, St. Paul?
But my point is that like that's true of any era. Bill Russell would be like a solid, okay player now at best.
Bill Russell?
Yeah, he's undersized.
He could get his own.
Why do you say that?
He wouldn't be Bill Russell in his
No,
end,
he wouldn't.
but
be
he could
Bill
get
Russell.
his
He's
own.
like 6'8", right?
Yeah, he's like 6'8", like 210. Like he was not a big guy compared to everybody. He was big back then, but he would not be a big guy right now. So you can look at a guy like that. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain would be good, but would he be like Wilt Chamberlain? No. Bill Russell 6'10", 214.
Hold on, wait, say it again.
Jaren Jackson.
Pause. Say it
Jaren
again.
Jackson Jr. is like 40 pounds heavier than Bill Russell.
Hold on, say it again now.
So Wilt Chamberlain wouldn't be Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah, he would.
No, he wouldn't be.
You crazy.
No.
That dude is an insane athlete, bro.
He wouldn't be. How many insane athletes do we have in the NBA?
Peter, this is what I'm trying to say.
1 through 12.
I get it. I got it. Old white guy, terrible. Old black guy, great. I got you.
Hey, what I'm saying
Nailed
at all.
it. Got it.
Hey, what I'm saying at all, Peter.
That's kind of what you're saying.
If you are a freak athlete like Wilt Chamberlain was, I trust.
Bob Cousy was a freak athlete.
Oh, yeah, he was.
It wasn't.
He probably wasn't.
not sure
But this is what I'm saying, Peter.
Unclear as to what.
If you're a freak athlete like Wilt Chamberlain was, like high jumper, all these type of things,
Yeah.
Wilt
Wilt
Chamberlain
Chamberlain would have been a solid starter in today's.
No, you're
NBA.
crazy. I trust guys like that adapting to today's game. I trust if you drop that guy in a different time portal, I can.
No,
I
he'd be like a JaVale McGee, like a solid, like a good, long, solid defensive center. Like
I could trust that dude to still.
Have you watched the highlights?
Yeah, he was just turning
dropping
around
the ball in the basket. Like it's not. There's. I mean, I don't know
who's matching up with him.
I mean, honestly, like I'm mostly joking. Like he would be pretty good, but like he's not going to be Wilt Chamberlain. He wouldn't put up 38 and 27 a year,
right,
which he did in 1961. 1962, he averaged 50 and 26.
All right, here go the one.
You can't take 50 shots a game.
50 and 26 a game.
You can't take 50 shots a game in modern.
No,
NBA.
he only took 40 shots a game.
Only 40.
Yeah, he
excuse
only
me.
took 40 shots a game.
We had this conversation about 2 years ago, Jay.
Played 48 and a half minutes a game, or a 48-minute game. Literally played every minute of every game. Man did not come out of the game.
So you know he wasn't working too hard.
So the athletic level is like, can you play that hard? Yeah. I can play.
Go all day with
I
these
play
bums.
48. I can play all 48.
Hey, we had this conversation when I first got here, Jay.
Man averaged
about 2 years
46
ago.
minutes a game in his career.
Here's the one that's gonna get Peter stirred up. Oh, and when I said it, this is when people really didn't like me when I first came over. This is the whistle got Peter mad too. Hey, if Larry Bird was in today's NBA, prime Draymond Green would have worked his ass.
This is what I'm saying. This is stupid. That's stupid.
Prime Draymond would have worked Larry Bird's ass.
Worked him how? Like,
He would have.
He would turn into the Draymond that scored 40 in the playoff game that one time.
I wouldn't. It's Larry Bird, man. Larry Bird's size is fine. His size, everything he does is like a normal NBA guy. Like Magic Johnson, be fine. Like Larry Bird, be fine.
Who would have been better, Luka or Larry Bird? If you drop Larry Bird in the NBA right now, Luka would work his ass, man.
But that's Luka though. He doesn't even think Luka. Maybe.
I mean, it's just.
That's a close.
I know it's hard to say it, Peter. Look at him.
To your point, even.
No, I don't even really like Larry Bird that much. But I mean, like
I don't remember Larry Bird.
He's phenomenal. Like I don't remember.
I came at the end of his career.
I wasn't like I caught like the last part of his career when he was.
It's like me trying to judge Klay Thompson now.
But I watch a guy's like he's 6'9" and could shoot like crazy. Like
could he really?
Yeah.
Do his numbers say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Show me.
Okay.
To your point, though, I think even if you go to Larry Bird's era, that's hard to compare those eras to the modern NBA.
Yeah,
you go back to the 90s, it's hard to compare.
Larry Bird was a 50% shooter for his career.
What about for three?
38% from three. And that was, again, this is an era where they didn't take that many
They didn't take
that. But yeah, he averaged.
Oh, man.
He averaged in 88, so that's not that long ago. He averaged 30 points, 9.5 rebounds, 6 assists a game, shooting 53% from the field and 41% from three.
Larry Legend.
I mean, that's pretty good. That wasn't that long ago. This wasn't Bob Cousy playing against firemen, plumbers, and no black people.
Who's that? Larry Bird got some brothers, man. If you drop Paul George back in the 80s, who would be better?
If you literally drop any player back in the 50s.
Danny Granger.
Danny Granger over Larry Bird's ass.
No, if you drop John Conchar back in the 50s,
he'd be cold as hell.
He'd be Bob Cousy.
He'd be 6'6" Bob Cousy.
He would be the one on the all 75th anniversary team. John Conchar would be. They'd be like, oh my God, Conchar. This guy, he averaged 45 points and 20 rebounds and 10 assists.
Who would what's the name? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Don't tell me the Santi would work Larry Bird, bro. You drop
Santi's playing the 4, posting up.
Hey, man. Somebody posted today. I got to go back and look. Somebody posted because like 30 years ago was it was like today. I forget, like one of these NBA accounts. I follow these like old NBA accounts.
Why you thinking? Let me get this in.
No. Stop.
Okay, no, this one for text.
No.
MJ drove the lane and switched hands in midair, and that's June 5th.
Hold on, my boy. Listen, Peter, come on.
I'm gonna show this. I got this. It was so Mario Ellie hit a game-winning shot in the 93, 94 Western Conference Finals. Rockets were down 3-1 to the Suns. They came back and won, and Ellie hit the shot. And I want to tell you something. This like 20 seconds left in the game. Mario Ellie hits a 3. The defense on this shot would have, today's coaches would have been fired on the spot. You watch that. They don't even Hakeem Olajuwon's supposed to set a pick. He didn't even set a pick. There's no. They pass the ball. Kenny Smith passes the ball to Mario Ellie switches it all the way across the court, skip pass. Mario Ellie has time with 15 seconds left on the clock to step into a jump, a 3-point. Nobody. The defense. I will go to my grave on this one. The defense today is a totally different animal.
Yeah.
Than in years past. I don't want to hear about. I know it's hand check. That's literally the only thing.
No layup rule.
Because any illegal defense, if you all you had to do was send 3 guys to the weak side of the floor, and you could literally just isolate 2 guys, and if any of those 3 guys came over, as soon as they came over, it was an illegal defense. Because you had to account for a man. You had to be within a free throw length of your man. You basically could not double team except in very specific circumstances. So therefore, you'd see Karl Malone, post, back to basket,
pick and roll,
kick it, repost. No. Maybe pick and roll. Oh my God, pick and roll. And I was like, oh, this is an incredible basketball maneuver, the pick and roll. Oh my God,
you could run over the screen.
Yeah. They screened a guy because you're used to just seeing one guy just post up. This is where the triangle was amazing.
Yeah.
Because they moved without the ball. It was incredible. Oh my God, we
you don't have to dribble anymore.
This is some kind of mysterious wizardry of basketball.
Like the Showtime Lakers. You go back and watch that, bro, this is not Showtime. What is this?
Man, it's so crap. It's just.
Oh man.
Go back and watch those games. I defy you, seriously. They're on YouTube.
Go watch.
Because I hear all these old heads that are like, oh man, the 80s, no, they nothing compared. Go watch a random game from the 80s, man. like the February 1987 Cavs versus Hawks.
Horrible.
Garbage. Horrible. The standard of play is 11 million times better than it is. And I'm not even talking about Bob Cousy's era. I'm talking about Larry Bird's era. Bob Cousy's era. Go back and watch those highlights.
Oh, yeah.
That isn't even basketball. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they're playing volleyball or something.
They're playing like stick ball and throw it to the super tall guy.
Yeah,
it's like Wilt Chamberlain, 7 feet tall. Just throw it to him, and they had to change the rules so he couldn't dunk.
And their jump shots they were doing punch sets in volleyball.
One-footed jump shots.
They got the legs are spaced out and he's sort of like. Oh my God!
Vaulting the ball at the rim.
What are we watching? What is the sport?
Let me think of somebody else that would work Larry Bird if you dropped him in the NBA right now. Let me think. I think he'd be a top.
But why are you going after Larry Bird?
I don't know, man. I just feel
Larry Bird would be fine. I go after Bob Cousy.
Yeah, go after Bob Cousy.
That's easy. I said that every point guard in the NBA would work that dude. Everyone.
J. Will, Bob Cousy.
Will work him.
I mean, Larry Bird's 6'9", he's got good size.
I'm just trying to get a good barometer of who would give him the
No, I don't think anybody would give it. I don't think Jordan would be. I mean, I think Jordan.
Pascal Siakam would work the hell out of Larry Bird. Y'all are crazy.
No. Oh my God.
Pascal Siakam would work that man.
Modern day Larry Legend.
You are crazy, bro.
No.
Spicy Pete.
No, this man's I mean, it's like saying Magic Johnson. Let me think. Cole Anthony would work Magic Johnson.
Nah, that ain't true.
What? No, of course it's not true.
Pokashevsky could take Magic.
Like Pokashevsky would beat Magic.
Modern day Magic.
Yeah. Paolo Banchero would eat Magic Johnson's lunch.
He'd tell Larry Bird that.
I got one for you. Alperen Şengün, any era before this one would have been the best player anyone's ever seen.
Oh, Alperen Şengün would have been
the best player ever.
He got that work for sure.
Point God.
Man, y'all got me hurting laughing over here, man.
Take a break. It's ridiculous. Slandering Larry Bird like this. Unbelievable. Larry Bird is a
Peter can't get his canteen right over here, man.
Damn good player.
Oh, he was.
Oh, yeah.
So was John Contract.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you one more name that'll work that man today.
Yves Pons would have revolutionized basketball in 1955.
Jamie Grant would have, man.
If they dropped Yves Pons in the middle, first of all, there'd be like cops called. Second of all, it would be.
Could you imagine a dude with like dreads with like
he just
Fruit Loop hair like Ja? Like, what is this?
Like all these guys waiting for the rebound, and he just jumps over everybody and dunks it and be like, "Oh my god!" Ah.
Yves Pons would dominate.
Javon Carter back then.
Yeah.
Javon Carter would work Bob
He'd be
Cousy.
tough back
Got
then.
that dog in it. Bob Cousy.
The treadmill. What no treadmills back then? That treadmill mentality. Where Bob Cousy ass out back then? Man, y'all crazy.
Terrible game.
My boy said Furkan Korkmaz would work Larry Bird.
Furkan Korkmaz and would beat Dick. What's the game? Dick Schnicker would beat.
Oh man, my
All right,
boy.
we gotta take a break. Come back. We'll continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Esquire magazine just declared this the era of the great steakhouse, and Memphis happens to boast one of the finest steakhouses in the country at 117 Prime. Perfect steaks cooked over seasoned hickory wood for the ultimate flavor. The experience doesn't stop with the great steaks. There's also the seafood towers. You heard that right, seafood towers with oysters, clams, lobster tails, tuna tartare, and crab claws. They're a stunning sight and a dining delight. Add in the sommelier curated wine list designed to complement the world-class steaks, and you have a meal to remember. You have 117 Prime.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Are you thirsty? Looking for the right drink in a unique setting in a great location? Welcome to the Beck & Call Rooftop Whiskey Bar, located high atop the Hyatt-centric Beale Street. Beck & Call is now open 7 days a week with the finest whiskey and the most incredible views of Beale Street, the Memphis skyline, and the Mississippi River. Enjoy this one-of-a-kind rooftop lounge every night of the week, Sunday through Thursday, 4 to 10, and Friday and Saturday from 4 until midnight. The Beck & Call Rooftop Whiskey Bar, on top of Beale and on top of the Hyatt-centric Beale Street.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
I didn't have music ready right there.
You over messing around, man?
Yeah, that's I was talking about basketball.
You good? I'm over here watching Larry Bird cook these folks.
I'm watching Bob Cousy highlights right here.
Hey, Bird was cold, though.
Yeah, of course.
I just don't know what he would be in today's NBA. 4?
Yeah, he'd be a 4. He'd be a great.
That man be unguardable.
He'd be a ridiculous stretch forward.
Man, put you on the hip.
Ooh, he's
Bird
crazy.
cold, bro.
So,
Oh yeah, Bird wouldn't working these folks. Draymond would have worked it, man.
I'm reading the comments on this YouTube video of Bob Cousy's highlights.
I'm sure all positive.
So, he said, I can't believe he was doing that kind of stuff in the 50s. That he would be a great playmaker today, says Passion of John.
Man, stop it.
If you see half these passes nowadays, they're on SportsCenter top 10 still. What?
What SportsCenter
Which
are you
one?
watching, man?
I watched 3 minutes of these passes, and it was like the most ordinary drop-off pass on a fast break I've ever seen.
All right, Prime Dirk or Larry Bird? Hey, Prime Dirk would have murdered that man.
I've never seen another Larry Bird, but it's hard to believe someone's better than Dirk at doing that kind of thing.
I mean, it's murdered how? I think they both were scoring each other.
Bird couldn't guard him.
Who would guard anybody?
Yeah, they wouldn't. Neither one would guard the other. Dirk couldn't guard.
Hey, Bird was cold.
Dirk's defense was not great until towards the middle and end of his career. He was okay, but he was never a great defender, even though he was big. And Bird was a better defender than Dirk, but Dirk's 3 inches taller and all that. So, like we talked about that the other day with somebody's like Dirk's size. He had that the one-legged step back is literally unblockable because he had such a high release on his arm. So he'd hold it up here. I mean, he's shooting the ball from 7'5" in the air. You can't. I don't care. Jaren Jackson Jr. can't. If he's in full stretch, he can't touch that ball. That's just that's literally unblockable. So that's the kind of stuff that he did, man. He was a great player. My point is this: I don't want to compare across eras. Bob Cousy was a phenomenal player across his era, but literally every single player who comes a generation or two after, let's say 2 generations after, is going to be a million times more athletic and would beat them in a one-on-one situation. It's just that's the same as football. You can go to Johnny Unitas or whoever, Larry Zonka, or pick some random.
You look at quarterbacks back then; they all had negative touchdown interception ratios.
Yeah, they're
complete 50% of their passes.
Dan Marino was like a 47% passer or something crazy. These guys are all in 60s and 70s now. It's just a different sport. So that's no knock on them. But I feel like comparing, everyone's
thinking
Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was an amazing. Babe Ruth was an amazing player. He didn't play against black people.
No.
He played in an era where he had more home runs than some teams. So that's pretty cool. But
no Latinos were throwing.
Does that mean does that mean that he could hit some of these guys today? I don't know. Shohei Ohtani would be Babe Ruth times 10 back in that era. So except that they didn't like Japanese people at that point. So that was a big problem. I don't just don't to me don't compare across the air or make a note. Just say Babe Ruth was a phenomenal player. By the way, he didn't play against black people. And there was a dead ball era.
Put a black streak.
Yeah,
so.
and also he didn't play against Hispanic people, and also the era was so problematic that he ate a bunch of hot dogs and could still be a world-class athlete.
Well, to your point, the rules specifically for basketball are totally different.
Yeah,
it's not like you're talking about defense. It's just a different game.
The defensive rules are completely different. Back in his era, to give Cousy a little bit of credit, because I'm not going to sit here and just poop all over Bob Cousy.
I will.
Me too.
But they literally could not move their hand off to the side of the basketball. You had to dribble it like this, which makes for a very lame game. But that's you couldn't stop dribble. You couldn't hesitate and then go like guys can do now. Guys, basically you just can't take the dribble all the way under. You can go to the side with your hand. You couldn't even take your ball to the side, which means for a point guard, it's much more lame. It's going to look more lame. I mean, John Morant would look kind of lame if you wouldn't let him every dribble for Ja, he brings the ball, which it's a much more entertaining game. But I will
Imagine
say,
how they respond if Ja rolled the ball on the ground. Oh my God, what is he doing?
Yeah. Well, as soon as they saw Ja do one dribble where he went like that, they'd be like, okay, it's a walk. You can't do that.
Well,
first of all, they'd be like, okay, who's this black guy? Second of all, they'd be like,
why is his hair like that? Why does his hair turn blue?
Why is his hair like that?
Oh my God, he just jumped over somebody. Oh my God. He just jumped over Bob Cousy.
They'd be like, what's that dance he's doing?
Imagine rookie hair Alfred Payton playing in that era.
What's this dance he's doing? He's the gritty. What is that? Oh.
No, what's the kid for the Spurs that cut all his hair off? Imagine that
Lonnie
kid.
Walker?
Lonnie Walker. That's a great one.
Yeah, I'm not. Lonnie's hair was like that for me. So
Exactly.
I'm not going to get on Lonnie for that because that was important.
I'm just thinking about having the things like they would be just like, what in the world? Oh my God, this guy just jumped over Bob Cousy.
I know, literally jumped over Bob. Vince Carter would jump over Bob Cousy. Truly, he would have jumped over Bob Cousy.
Hey, Prime Chandler Parsons would have worked later.
Prime Chandler Parsons wouldn't have worked. No way. When was Prime Chandler Parsons? What month was that?
The 6th before he came to the Grizzlies.
Like April of 2013, like what 1 month? Like that was.
Oh God.
Yeah. When was that exactly? All right. Let's take a break. Come back. Kari, we're gonna talk Kari. Lots to talk about with Kari when we come back. Stick around.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
It's beginning to feel a lot like summer, and the Home Depot has savings on everything you need to get it started this Memorial Day. Step up your grill game with propane griddles from Nextgrill for the perfect smash burger. Then feast with your friends and family around a new patio set from Hampton Bay. However you plan to kick off summer, the Home Depot has savings on everything you need to do it right. Feels like Memorial Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your heating system cleaned? How about a safety inspection? Right now, Conway Service is offering our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system for only $69. That's right, for only $69, we'll come out and perform our 16-point energy-saving Super Tune-Up on your heating system. We'll also include a complete safety inspection using our state-of-the-art camera system, making sure your heating system is safe to operate this winter. Plus, we'll run a carbon monoxide test on your heating system, all for only $69. You can have the peace of mind knowing your heating system is safe and ready for those cold winter nights. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. Call this week and we'll perform your heating system tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Get this. Right now, Kohl's has the lowest prices of the season, and I just saved big. I got my kids Jumping Beans must-haves for under $5. Found myself some tees and tank tops for $5.99, and got 60% off patio furniture. The best part? I didn't need any coupons. I earned Kohl's Cash, and I got everything with free store pickup. So yeah, you could say today was a good day. Select styles. Ends May 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Found a great new restaurant in Horn Lake, Mississippi, Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's on Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi. Bring back those childhood memories from homemade sloppy joes to mouth-watering cheeseburgers, spicy or regular fries, chicken tenders, chicken wings, jumbo hot dogs. Just a little secret, Sloppy Joe's has got that nachos cheese on it. On fire, delicious. Fried catfish that melts in your mouth. Light batter too, even homemade lemon cake. Check us out. Don't forget Q's Sloppy Joe's. Daily breakfast from 7A to 10A. Try Q's Big Breakfast. 3 homemade gigantic pancakes, 3 meats, 3 eggs for $10.75. Generous portions. Come hungry. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51. Just 20 minutes from Memphis. Can't miss it. Beautiful old brick house. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Oh, yeah. Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
All right, so here we go. Hour number 2, we're going to talk to Kari here momentarily. Kari Thompson, we got lots to get to, NIL stuff. But I want to just put a bow on all this discussion about the Bob Cousy and the time that people played and all this. I want to give you guys this, because this is a little history lesson that I've been working on during this discussion. I want people to understand like what this was when Bob Cousy came into the league. What this league actually was. Okay. The year after, we mentioned the guy that chose as the 6th pick in the draft chose not to play basketball because he wanted to go into dentistry. He chose to be a dentist.
Lucrative profession.
It was more lucrative and a better profession at that point. The next year in the draft, you had multiple guys picked in the first round who never chose. And do you know what they did instead? This
Fireman.
is wild. They joined the National Industrial Basketball League, the NIBL, which eventually ended up being the ABL down the line, and eventually, I guess, was folded in the ABA and all this. But back in 47, in the 50s, it was actually probably as lucrative as the NBA. But these team names are insane. And these guys would join the team because they would be playing as like the Denver Chevys were guys working for a Chevy dealership who played basketball, and they got him in as Chevy dealers,
like a sponsored men's league.
Exactly. All these were sponsored. The Peoria Caterpillars were guys that worked for Caterpillar. So the Akron, you can guess, Goodyear Wingfoots, the Fort Wayne General Electrics, the Los Angeles Fibber McGee and Molly's was their name. The what?
Genius.
The Oakland Atlas Pacific Engineers, the San Francisco Stewart Chevrolets. All guys who worked for Stewart Chevrolet, a
Chevy
dealership
teams.
in different Chevy dealerships. It's like the Gossett Kias versus the Landers Fords. Like that's what these guys were doing.
Hey, when the 2 Gossett teams go up against each other.
These guys, like, they would actually just go to do this. They would accept a position with these companies and then play basketball, which was technically an amateur league, and make money instead as a banker or as a whatever. And so they actually had stars. They had guys that were like like legit.
NIL
Barnett, Bob Boozer, Larry Brown.
Uh-oh.
Legendary, was a member of the NIBL's Akron Goodyears. Ask him about that when they're asking whether or not he's going to stick around.
Akron Goodyears.
Greatest thing I'll learn today, I think.
The Akron Goodyears. The Wichita Vickers. Careful, that one. The New York Tuck Tapers.
Isn't that someone that cleans a chimney?
I think so. Then, of course, you had the Chicago Truckers. You had the Kansas City KCs. The Seattle Buchan Bakers. I guess the bakery.
Doing some baking.
You had the Oakland Blue and Gold Atlas. I mean, this is what they were competing with, and they could not compete with that league for talent.
Too many sponsorship deals.
NILs, man, been ruining basketball.
NILs.
You had Scotty Siegel, who was one of the greatest players of his era, chose to play for the Phillips 66ers rather than he was the 12th pick in the draft. You had Roland Minson, who was the 15th pick of the NBA draft in 1951, decided to continue his basketball career with the Denver Bankers.
Oh, he worked in a bank.
And he returned to banking.
That's a team you really want to play. You can make good money banking and playing.
Yeah,
basketball.
he's a banker who happens to play basketball
for the Bankers.
Bill Stauffer played basketball for.
Stauffer is the lasagna.
That's right. He was selected by the Boston Celtics and decided. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna go in the Air Force instead." And then he just played basketball for the Andrews Air Force Base that won the Air Force Worldwide Championship. Well, whatever that is, he chose to do that rather than play for the Boston Celtics, who had Bob Cousy on their team. So let's not talk about how amazing these teams were.
And it was split up with another league.
Good God. Speaking of Boston,
have you watched Winning Time yet?
No.
I don't want to talk to you about nothing else the rest of the show.
You can talk to me about whatever.
Great show.
Peter, what?
You got to watch it.
I don't want to watch it right now.
Are you going to watch it in the NBA season?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, have it so you can binge all of it at once. That's a good idea.
I don't have like a plan on this. It doesn't. I'm not that interested.
Peter, it's like a necessary kind of watch.
Yeah, put it on your calendar.
Is it? I don't know. Let me talk to Kari for a second. I don't want to talk about Winning Time. Kari, Bob Cousy. What's his deal?
Boston legend.
No, I knew that.
Pride of Holy Cross.
Shut up, man. I knew that was coming, man.
I mean, I'm with JJ Redick on this one.
Carl, why is your team so racist, man? Your organization.
Good point.
What happened? What happened with Bob Cousy?
Oh, JJ Redick was just saying that Bob Cousy played against firemen and plumbers, and which is true.
Which is true.
I just went over the fact that literally guys were choosing to go in the banking industry rather than play basketball at that time. So he's not wrong about that. Anyway, Bob Cousy, everybody loves him.
You're trying to discount our championships. I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, that's right. Because you were like I just mentioned, there were several people who literally were drafted, go in the NBA, and chose instead to play for the Air Force base team or go into the banking industry rather than actually play basketball. Can you imagine if Jabari Smith is drafted first? He's like, you know what? I think I'm going to go into the banking industry.
And play basketball in the offseason.
Yeah, I'm going to play basketball for the
Smith and nephew,
the First Horizon bankers. That's that's my team right now. I feel like those are my team. Ridiculous.
Carl, real talk question. All jokes aside, how do you feel about Marcus Smart, a player who was Defensive Player of the Year, had a racial slur hurled at him when he was in college. Now is dyeing his hair green to represent the Boston Celtics, the most racist organization in history of basketball.
I mean, the Celtics hired the first black head coach. You know your history, right? And you know that history?
What does that mean?
I mean,
what does that mean?
Organization in basketball if they had the first black head coach.
Are you denying the brevity of how racist the Boston Celtics are? Organization?
Look, if you want to call out a Boston team for being racist, you want the Red Sox, not the Celtics.
Are we saying that the Celtics aren't racist?
No.
All right. So my question is, how do you feel about Marcus Smart, a man of color, dyeing his hair green, bowing down to his Boston Celtics franchise?
I think he's repping his team. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I'm a little bit bothered about it. I can't watch it. Like, I literally won't watch the Celtics play.
Man, I think
you're ready to watch the finals because that's where we're going.
Hey, I ain't mad. It's crazy because I'm actually pulling for y'all because you know I'm a big Tatum guy, so I'm actually pulling for Tatum to get him one. I think that'd be dope.
Let me draw. Can I just draw a distinction between the Celtics as a franchise and Celtic fans, Boston fans, who quite often are racist. But you know that's the distinction that I would draw as far as that goes. But man, if you want to go crazy about your Celtics, go for it, Kari. Before we talk NIL and all that, because the Celtics after Game 1, they've had these little weird moments in games where that third quarter was not good in Game 1. That Game 5 against the Bucks looked like they just kind of collapsed. But other than those little moments, they've really been absolutely phenomenal, and they looked amazing last night.
I told you, man, we just needed to get our starters back, man. We didn't have Al Horford or Marcus Smart that first game. So, this is what happens when you have a full team. Tony, we're ready. We're ready. Celtics Warriors finals. I'm ready for it. Who's in?
That'd be dope, man. I loved it.
I don't know that I'd love that, but I respect what's going on. All right, when is Coach Prime, aka Deion Sanders, aka Deion, aka Neon Deion, when is he going to have his press conference the way that Jimbo Fisher did, and bring the ether to Nick Saban?
Deion's taking the high road on this one.
Oh yeah, you saw what he said?
Oh, I saw what he said.
Oh, okay.
But he also said that he said the facts are going to come out. He said stay tuned. He had this little.
I thought he said we just gonna sell this on the field. Come play me.
No.
He did say that, right? That didn't happen.
No,
it was fake. Oh, my bad. No. I thought he said.
No, he had a little animated GIF that was like, "The truth will come out," or "I will speak on." I will.
It must have been a fake tweet then. Somebody put out something saying.
No, I will speak on this, but he hasn't. But to my knowledge, he has not spoken on this yet.
So basically, Deion's take on this is that Saban wasn't really talking to him when he mentioned Deion. Deion kind of got dragged into it. So Saban really was talking to was the Alabama boosters, saying we need more money because Texas A&M is kicking our butt. That is what Deion is saying.
I mean, to me, it's very silly. I talked about it yesterday, Kari. To me, the squabble is stupid to begin with, because the root of the squabble is that there is something inherently evil or nefarious about paying players, when that's like, I'm fine with it. So, you paid players. Okay, good. Like, great. That's how you get them. That's how you get people to work for you, is you pay them money. That's called, a job. But if Nick and Jimbo Fisher want to go at it, those are two, behemoth, financial behemoths in the most lucrative conference. They can go after each other. They can do a little slap fight, whatever, if they want to act like children. But to go after Jackson State, whose budget is a tiny fraction of what Alabama's is, has absolutely zero chance of competing. I mean, literally not in the same league as Alabama, and wouldn't be, have a chance. Like, why is he getting mad that a guy like Travis Hunter is making a decision? He just because he can't get every player, he's going to take a shot. I thought that was really pitiful.
It's because Deion has shook. That's what this really is. It's the fact that some of these 4- and 5-star kids are legitimately considering HBCUs now. And HBCUs have something that the Alabamas and the Texas A&Ms can't recreate, which is the culture, which is black culture. like some of these SEC schools can't compete with that. And so I'm shook, man. And also, like, the accusation's $1 million NIL deal. So Jackson State is paying Deion 1.2 over a 4-year contract. So, like,
for real,
he'd be making triple. Yeah, he'd be making triple what Deion was making if those accusations were true. Not double, triple what Deion was making.
Don't you think that with all this, when all this is like said and done, that all these things that these guys are saying are just going to make things better for Coach Sanders? Like, it's just like it's like y'all are giving that man a spotlight that it's just free shout outs. You know what I mean? Because if anything, I think it's going to infuriate a lot of parents, infuriate a lot of players, and it's going to make people start. I think all it takes is a couple of good seasons of what Deion's doing, and he could be a guy. He could be putting together some loaded classes, man. Because all those guys are doing is just it's kind of waking these parents up, man. Waking these athletes up to how ugly and how nasty the system really is.
And you're right on point, because, like, number one, first of all, way more TV coverage than Jackson State usually gets. Like, you're leading ESPN, you're on Undisputed, like, way more people talking about Jackson State than normal. But number two, this is how they really think about you moments.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that point where it's like, a lot of these entitled SEC people, coaches, fans, whoever, think that black kids don't want to go to black schools unless they get paid. And newsflash, that is not the case 100% of the time. So it's just a real entitlement among SEC Power 5 folks, man.
Well, and I think that is exactly it. I think that the Apple Card has been upset, and I think the idea that these guys who have made so much money on the backs of these athletes, and predominantly black athletes, historically in percentage wise, you're talking 80% have been black for them. So you're talking, that's a lot of young black men who have not been paid for the work that they've done. As soon as the tables start to turn, there is this threat or this threatening thing that they seem to be feeling, where all of a sudden now it's not what it used to be, and it's different, and now there's payment involved, and it's so, I don't know, Kari. It's just the revelations here, and the fact that what people are revealing about themselves, and the fact that Nick Saban is going off the deep end, when Texas A&M is having a great recruiting year because they've figured out ways to pay players. when other schools, Jackson State's starting to emerge with some attention and getting players. The fact that that's the reaction, it's really telling. It's really sad.
But Peter, this is exactly how it used to be. This is going back to the way it was before. The way it was back in the day was not Alabama getting all the players. It was Jackson State and Southern and Grambling getting players because by default there was segregation and black players couldn't go to the Alabamas. So this is a return home for a lot of these players.
What's the next step for what do you think could be the next move for HBCU universities to kind of catch up to what Coach Prime is doing at Jackson State? He's clearly way out in front of everyone else. Tennessee State could possibly get there with Eddie George being their coach. What are some simple things you think some of the other teams could do to kind of ride this wave, ride the momentum that Coach Prime has already laid down?
Well, that's the thing. I really don't know if you can replicate what Deion's doing because, dude,
it's the
Travis
perfect storm.
Hunter,
Yeah.
Travis Hunter wants to play for the best cornerback of all time. I think he would have gone to play for Deion even if he wasn't at an HBCU. It's just the fact that Deion's Deion.
The greatest ever.
And there's only one prime time. That's what makes it so interesting because there's going to be a day when Deion leaves JSU. And, it's how do you keep this rolling? He's going to leave them some infrastructure. He's going to leave them some new facilities and stuff like that. But, the next coach is not going to be Prime. And it's not going to go over well if he tries to be Prime. So there has to be some kind of long-term strategy in this.
Well, and I think in one thing Deion did say was that, Nick Saban was using this to talk to his people. And I think that's kind of one thing I heard when he's in this environment with a bunch of, alums and boosters and stuff. Basically he's saying, hey, why aren't y'all dropping off some money? These other schools are dropping off some money to these kids. Why aren't you dropping off some money?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to do this myself or whatever. But why can't y'all do it? That's kind of what I heard. You're just dragging these other teams into it.
You're exactly right. But here's the thing, though. Let's not act like Alabama hasn't been buying players. Let's not act like there's not former Alabama players on Twitter talking about how every single player on the team has a Dodge Hellcat riding around. Come on now. That's what makes this all so ridiculous is that, dude, if you think Nick Saban has never paid for a player, you're naive.
Right.
You can get all the way out of here with that. Come on now.
Oh, it's stupid. We talked about that yesterday, Kari. It's as if these guys haven't been doing this in private forever, and now this stuff just becomes more publicized, and now all of a sudden, they want to act all holier than thou and sanctimonious about it. It's ridiculous. Where do we go from here? Because so here's the thing. Jimbo Fisher kind of issued an open mic challenge, hey, you want to ask people about Nick Saban, and then there's some stuff going on there. Why don't you dig around, find out, ask stuff. You'll find out some stuff. But I mean, he could have done that. Jimbo could have talked right there. He's got microphones in front of him. He could have said something if he wanted to.
Sure.
Deion, as he pointed out before, knows exactly how this works because Deion knows. My guess is that Deion probably managed to find a bag or two in his college recruitment and all that. Right. So I'm sure he knows how the sausage is made. When are we going to see some people start to get down to it? Who's going to break the code silence in this whole thing?
Man, I think the system is working for everybody. I think the reason why you won't see a Jimbo do it is because Jimbo's making a ridiculous amount of money, and like he's not trying to blow up his own spot. Prime is in a different spot, and I think Prime, from what the fall has told us, is angling to be one of those SEC guys in the future. And he's like Prime is he's like hanging out with Mike Leach now, like, you know, and asking him who to hire for an offensive coordinator. Like, you know, like he just seems like he's keeping his options open to be one of those SEC guys. So that's what I think. I think these guys aren't trying to blow up their spots by being a snitch.
I mean, somebody's going to have to do it. Somebody's going to have to find, some situation where they're out of the game, or they're leaving the game, or they're no longer have that motivation to stay in the club, and they can, reveal like being in the mafia, where you're finally getting out of it, and you're going to get witness protection, and you're like, all right, that's it. I'm saving my skin, because to me, we need to have more transparency in all this, because we need to see what this system really looks like, and what it has really looked like for these players down the line, because there are a lot of people that are trying to hang on to a system that's inherently unfair, and disproportionately so to a lot of these kids from minority background stuff. I feel like we need to get the truth out there before it's too late.
You need an aggrieved former player. You need someone that like would have been totally rich if NIL was around like a couple years ago, but like blew out his knee and got screwed and like benched by Saban or something, and like has a vendetta and wants to bring him down. Like that's the type of character you need for this story.
Yep, that's exactly it, and I hope we get it. And Kari, I want you to let's find that player, okay? I want that story.
Just get him out there, man. Real quick, Kari, before you go, Kendrick Lamar album has been out for a week. Give me an updated review.
Yeah,
give me an updated review real fast.
I'm putting it dead last, man. Like I don't think it was. Okay. I don't think it's his best work by far. I mean,
it's got some good songs on, but it's probably his worst album I can think of for sure.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that.
I don't know.
Unfortunately,
The Pimp a Butterfly had a lot of weird songs on it too. So. Say it again.
I also wasn't super hyped for it. Like in the past, I would have like totally stayed up, like listened to the Kendrick all like you
saw this coming
over and over again. But I was like, I don't know about this one.
He should have put the Hard Five on the album.
You should have what?
He shouldn't have made the Hard Five. He shouldn't have called the Hard Five the Hard Five. He should have just made it the first single on this album.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
I can get with that.
He should have called it The Culture and made it the single.
Culture.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, it just I don't know. We don't need double albums these days.
Have you heard the song? What's his name? Dick Schnicker. It's a guy, former Boston Celtics great Dick Schnicker.
Dick Schnicker was the guy drafted after Bob Cousy.
Yeah, he got drafted right after. Like, hey, if history would have played itself out different, man. Legendary Boston Celtics Dick Schnicker.
Wow.
Broke phone. Imagine if history had played itself out differently, man.
Hey, man.
Russell, touch Schnicker.
Yeah, hey,
Schnicker.
Man. Hey. Like,
Snickers
y'all
right past
go at Boston. Y'all go at Boston, but we got some weathermen in this city.
What if Dick Schnicker had been drafted by the Knickerbockers? I mean, then you're talking a whole different
Nick Schnicker.
Oh my god. Hey, I thought you.
New Nick Schnicker? Like
new Nick Schnicker. Man, but we talk about guys sweating when they ask those questions. Now those guys would have said it freely.
Oh no, it would have been no question.
Well, Carl, we appreciate you, brother. Go Celtics, man. Go Celtics. Let's go.
Go Celtics.
Get this mismate Miami Heat team out of here, man.
Yeah, get them out the paint, man.
All right, let's make it happen. Kari, thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys,
ladies and gentlemen. Kari Thompson, the Jackson Cleary and Ledger. talking NIL and other things with us. We'll come back and continue here on the program live from the Family Leisure Studios. Give you a PGA Championship update. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The one thing downtown Memphis has been missing for a while is a really great bar. That's because Bell Tavern has been closed, but it's reopening soon, and the timing is perfect. People are going out again, and they want a truly great bar to go to, and Bell Tavern, with the coldest beer in town, is tucked away in Barbaro Alley between 2nd and Main. But the easiest way to find it is to walk right through the dining room at 117 Prime on Union. Bell Tavern is the perfect place to start your evening or keep the fun going later. Finally, the downtown bar everyone deserves.
You probably know Progressive Insurance for insuring your home and auto. You may know Flo and Dr. Rick. But what you may not know is that Progressive helps employees support over 3,800 charitable organizations annually because we're committed to helping our employees, and our employees are committed to helping others. Anyway, we just wanted to share. We were a little too proud of it to keep it to ourselves. And if you already knew all of this about us, you've either heard this radio spot before or just randomly know a lot about Progressive. Find out more about how we're dedicated to our customers and communities at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates based on data from May 2020 through April 2021.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. As we all know, Memphis can be a hotbed for severe weather, and that weather can play havoc on our roofs. Most people don't know what they should do first when they're concerned about the condition of their roof. Call their insurance company, call a contractor, or trust a door-to-door salesman that's making claims that are hard to believe. My advice would be call the contractor that you know and trust. If you don't know any, research your local contractors and give 2 or 3 a call. I hope your research will lead you to us. Have your roof inspected, decide for yourself what you should do, and whether or not you should file a claim with your insurance company. It's your home, it's your policy, and it's your money. Don't let anyone pressure you into anything. If you give Fiveash Roofing a call, we promise personal service with a member of our family with no pressure and no hype. Fiveash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
The NBA playoffs is the world's greatest celebration of basketball. Hennessy champions the moves players are making on and off the court because true greatness is making a long-term impact on your community. Make moves that start movements. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA. Please enjoy Hennessy responsibly.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Trench work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. How come when you put your backpack near the TV, it cuts off?
My bad. I don't know. Hold on, for come on some balls real fast. Keep that going, man. Don't cut it off. In your girl face, cause I'm a rich. She know I'm a baller. You can come a rich nigga. Hold on. I see you say it the other way around. No. Hold on. You know I'm a baller. You gonna start over? Hold on. Here it come. No, I'm a baller. You can come and dick snicker. In your girl face, cause I'm a rich. Let go. I ain't got nothing else. Let's go. I ain't got nothing else. Let's go. That's it. That's all I had. One bar.
Bar.
You know I'm a baller.
People say bars, man. It's bar.
But you put 2 days together, that's bars then.
Yeah,
that's right. Just bar.
Hey, that was kind of hard though. You know I'm a baller. They call me Dick Snicker in your girl's face because I'm a rich. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, y'all definitely have the ad libs going.
Yeah,
we can put that on the album right now.
Hey, that was bars though. I might even finish that song. I want Dick Snicker sue me for copyright infringement by hollering his name on the song.
That's a shout out.
Is Dick Snicker still alive?
If If Bob Cousy is, you got a chance.
There's no way Dick Schnicker.
There ain't no way both of them jokers alive.
Dick Schnicker's not alive, and I'll tell you that right now.
Obituary, he's dead.
Yeah. Dick Schnicker died January 12th, 2020. So he almost made it.
Oh, man.
It was not fun.
Oh, it wasn't COVID. Did COVID take him out? Oh, God.
No, it wasn't COVID. It wasn't COVID.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't COVID. No, we didn't lose it. He was 82 years old, years young. No, he's 92. No, he's a
I'm sorry, man.
elderly fella.
That's one case. If my name is Richard, you just got to call me Richard. You're not calling me Dick Schnicker.
Dick Schnicker. 91 years old, man. This guy is a three-sport standout.
I might get your girl because I'm a rich. Call me a bottle because they come it.
Going past the law, you like my name, Bob Cousy. His wife was Barb Schnicker.
Shut up.
So that's.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought her name was Ima.
His basketball coach was a guy named Tippy Dye. So this is we got some great names over here.
His wife was a real Schnicker lover, you know.
Yeah, Barb Schnicker was her name, and there you go. So yeah, he ended up.
Hold on, his wife's name was Barb Schnicker.
So here's so
if it was backwards,
so
it was like Schnicker Barb.
Listen to this story though for Dick Schnicker, really though.
Okay,
no, listen. No, I'm not. This is from his. This is from the obituary in the Sandusky
Schnicker
Register.
Barb.
No, so Barb. He was.
No, his wife's name was not Barb Schnicker.
It
bro.
was. It was Barb Schnicker.
So when her name was wrote legally, it was said Schnicker Barb, like
yes,
Schnicker Barb.
Yes. So Dick Schnicker was drafted by the Lakers. He was drafted by the Lakers in Minneapolis, and he didn't play at all till he didn't play till the NBA Finals in 1953, which is weird. So he averaged 10 points per game in his second season, 11 in his third. She loved being a Laker wife, but so listen to this line. Are y'all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the era that he played in. I want you to get ready for this. Hope you're sitting down. Dick enjoyed his life as a basketball player. This is Dick Schnicker, of course. He enjoyed his life as a basketball player, but he enjoyed his family's future above all else. When the Lakers began considering a move away from Minneapolis, y'all sitting down for this?
Mm-hmm.
When the Lakers, see, this man's a professional basketball player for the Lakers, the actual Laker organization.
Mm-hmm.
When the Lakers began considering a move, he took a job selling adhesives for H.B. Fuller in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Drafted first, dropped the first round by the Lakers.
This man was the fourth pick in the draft.
Oh,
playing
pick
for the Lakers, and he says, "You know what? I'm gonna sell adhesives. I'm gonna sell glue in Green Bay, Wisconsin, rather than go to L.A. with the Lakers because it pays more to sell glue."
He couldn't find work out there.
This man is Bob Cousy is beating glue salesman.
Cost of living, you know.
Glue salesman.
But y'all want to put these dudes above.
They had a son who's Dick Jr., nicknamed Riff Schnicker. I'm not making this up.
Shut up, man.
I'm not making this up.
I was out on Barb Schnicker. Schnicker Barb.
Riff Schnicker. Riff.
Oh, man.
Man chose selling glue over
playing in the NBA
for the Lakers,
right?
In the NBA,
the fourth pick in the draft.
That's who Bob Cousy's playing against.
It's like Wesley Johnson.
I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear it.
Spoken like someone that's never been a part of the lucrative business of glue.
I mean, have you ever sold glue?
Door to door? You think you're knocking on doors?
Who will be the fourth pick? Who was the fourth pick in last year's
You
draft?
knock once and you're like, I can't move my hand because it's glue. I've stuck my hand to the.
Wasn't Jalen Green?
Who's the fourth pick this past draft?
Yeah.
It was. Let's see,
Man, I have no clue who it is.
It was Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, imagine Scotty Barnes said, "You know what? I'm gonna take an internship at OVO instead of working for the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
playing for the Toronto
work
Raptors.
for Elmer's Glue rather than anything else."
Hey, another great one you can add and throw in an old game is Josh Giddey. Can you imagine that guy playing against Bob Cousy?
Against Pistol Pete, he'd work him. He'd work Pistol Pete, and Pistol Pete was a hooper. Man, it's crazy, bro.
Oh, Riff Schnicker.
Josh Giddey.
Let's see.
Imagine you drop a Lou Dort.
Imagine Lou. Oh man,
nobody scoring.
He would have been the toughest man to ever play the game of basketball.
It made me look like LeBron.
Wait. Since we're talking about elderly people, let me get to another issue here real fast. Ric Flair is going to wrestle one more match.
Man,
How many?
I won't know part of it.
How many tours?
That's what I meant to talk to.
It's StarCast 5, which is a cool event. I like StarCast. It's a fan convention. Flair is going to wrestle one more time at the age of 73 years old in Nashville. This is going to be right around the time of SummerSlam. So if you're going up to Nashville to watch SummerSlam, you can do that. He said, "I'm going to walk that aisle one last time to prove once and for all that to be the man, you've got to beat the man." It was going to be 69-year-old Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in that last match, but he decided that Ricky Steamboat said, "I don't really want to do that."
Yeah, I'm not an idiot like Ric Flair.
Yes. Ric Flair, 73 years old. He says, "For the 30% of people who are worried about me getting in the ring and wrestling again, first of all, I assure you that I've been in the ring a lot more than I've shown on social media. I'm in better shape now than I was." Is left sort of undeclared than it was when he was. I don't know. He said better shape now because I train with Rob, John Cena's personal trainer. John Cena's personal trainer is working with him in terms of cardio. I have no doubt that he's probably in very good shape for a 73-year-old man. He said, "I've never been a cosmetic wonder boy, so I am going to wear a shirt." Thank you. "But I can assure you that in 2.5 months, I'll put on a clinic of what real wrestling should be about." That's what he says.
I don't want to watch any part of it. He's wrestling with who?
He says, "If you don't see how much money I make from Cameo, if you've ever listened to the show, I love the Cameo."
Oh, yeah,
we got to get back to the Cameo segments. I love the Cameo.
Yeah,
Cameo is amazing.
Maybe we can do the last segment of the show. We can do some quick. Ain't got it needs a whole segment.
You got to like prepare for that one.
Yeah.
I got to prepare for that. But the cameos are amazing. Flair said, "You think I need money?" He said, "You don't see how much money I make from Cameo. That alone I can live on for the rest of my life."
Wow.
Bet. Oh, how about that?
I bet he can.
He said, "I just made a commercial for New Image Rejuvenation Clinic, another commercial for Car Shield. My life is good. I don't need the money, but I do like the glory. I'm never going to walk away from it. If I have a chance to get myself over, I'm going to do it. It's what I've been doing my whole life." He's got a pacemaker. So
can I ask you? You guys probably know more about wrestling than I do.
Yes.
He's definitely had something marketed as his last fight more than once, right?
Yeah, but not. I mean,
he had a loser has to retire match with Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
So he's going to do this again, probably.
And he did this again for TNA too.
No,
I don't mean to be the skeptic here, but
no, listen, man, for real though. Like retirement is like a joke in wrestling. Like there guys have had 10 different retirement matches. Like but this really probably this could well be his final time, and we hope and pray it is. Because why in the world
his sake, maybe,
would he want to do that? You can also you could stream it exclusively on Fight TV as well. So who will his opponent be? God only knows. Who should fight? Who should be in Ric Flair's last match?
Who should fight Ric Flair? Shawn Michaels, same man who carried him in his last match.
He said, "I'm sorry," and then he super kicked him.
Super kicked him in the mouth.
Somebody's gonna have to. It can't be somebody.
Sting.
It can't. Sting is like still doing stuff in AEW. Like he still looks halfway decent. Like
Sting versus Flair.
But I think he's doing stuff at AEW. I don't think he can get out of that. I'm not sure if they'll let him do that. I don't know, maybe. What about Brickhouse Brown?
Jerry Lawler.
King Cobra.
Dustin Starr. Would Starr fight Flair?
Vinny points out that Ric Flair does have a video with Migos, which is true.
Lance Archer.
Ric Flair
drip.
Yeah, he does.
Lance Archer.
Big Swole, Justin Cole.
I think probably I think we need to go with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Another 70-year-old.
Well, I have a three-way with him, Vince McMahon, and what's his name?
Triple H?
Kevin Nash? WCW guy.
Eric Bischoff?
Eric Bischoff,
yeah. I don't know, man. This is I can't imagine that this is going to be any good at all for anyone.
What was the character he played that was in a mask? And he was like, "Oh, Sting."
Oh, Black Scorpion.
Yeah, Black Scorpion versus Ric Flair. Yeah. For all the
Ole Anderson doing the voice.
Yeah.
Sting, you don't know who I am. And he came out and do like magic tricks, like he'd like make a guy disappear, and then that was the gimmick. Like, oh my God, the Shockmaster. See if we can get that guy out of there.
Yeah, Mantar.
Man, I can't wait. Sid Vicious.
Spellbinder.
Tony Falk. Let's get Tony Falk out there.
Careful.
Yeah. Too cold, Stovia.
Dun, 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 dun. Brooklyn Brawler, says somebody right there.
The NEN man versus Ric Flair.
Yeah. No, the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was somebody post a text that. No, we can't. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's he's already turned it down. He's not going to do that.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
Brooklyn Brawler would be good. That's exciting. That'd be fun.
That's what the text
I think that'd be a lot of fun. Let's get the Brooklyn Brawler in there. I just want Ric Flair not to die. It's not entertaining.
Joey Sillipick.
Have we had a Joey update? What's going on with Joey?
I ain't hearing about Joey, man.
I haven't heard anything about it. So.
He might be wrestling.
Under the radar a little bit.
You want my opinion on Dick Snicker, huh?
I don't enjoy watching like if I'm watching the Ric Flair thing, I'm gonna watch it basically hoping he doesn't die.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
Entertaining.
I do not want to watch it because I don't want to say I watched Ric Flair die in the ring.
Yeah, I don't think that's an entertaining.
What if he doesn't die?
Concept.
I can go back and watch it.
I'll be relieved, but like, is that what you want? Is that the reaction?
I don't want my entertainment to come from not watching Ric Flair die.
Like, oh, I'm so happy he didn't die. Therefore, that isn't a great reaction. That's not fun.
It's just like when Mike Tyson was fighting Roy Jones. I was worried that Mike Tyson might, kill Roy Jones in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. That's not.
Or vice versa. You know what I mean? They're too old.
That's not fun. We don't want that. So I don't know. I mean, I wish Rick all the best. I mean,
it's just too much, man.
Rick's clearly like addicted to the spotlight. Like we got to get out here, guys. We got to get out here and stop these wrestlers. Save them from themselves.
I want to Dustin Starr, who still got his ties to WWE.
Like Jerry Lawler. Like we got to stop. Don't get in the ring anymore. Stop.
I think AEW is doing that for him.
Like stop. Like just like guys. Like y'all are legends. You're amazing, wonderful. The memories are awesome, but like we can't. And see wrestling like as a sport, like the silliness of these guys going out. You wouldn't see Larry Bird or Bob Cousy try to go out and play in the NBA because they'd be like, it would be embarrassing for all parties involved. But in wrestling, you still have to like maintain because they have a certain amount of star status. You still have to kind of like. I realize that wrestling. I think we all know that wrestling is not like legitimate fighting. Right. But Anthony's saying,
I couldn't be a wrestler.
At some point in plausibility, if you are, let's say, I don't know, pick an AEW, CM Punk or whoever, any of these guys, to sell offense from a mid-70s man defies any sort of, like, you might as well at this point just start, completely goofing on the whole business. Like, you have to maintain some kind of, just a modicum of, like, plausibility. Just a tiny little bit. Like, I can't let, like a 5-year-old go in and start, like, punching Sting and, like, winning a fight. Like, that would be silly. It's the same thing, like a 73-year-old man who's got a pacemaker going against like, a 28-year-old. Like that's not like Ric Flair's literally got like if he takes a punch to the chest, like what? I don't know, man. Look.
Can you imagine the suspense with the guy with a pacemaker, though? I mean, you
that's
never
what I'm saying.
know.
That's
something. It's good
not
TV.
The suspense I want. Like, it's like playing Russian roulette. Like, I don't want that. That's not fun. Like, I don't want to watch that. If you want to go out and you want to go out and put your life in danger, I can't stop you, but I don't have to pay to watch it. That's what I would say to that. All right, we'll come back with a PGA Tour update. Another sport where old people can continue to be thriving in their elderly age. I think that's important as well. So we'll talk about that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios. Grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers. Everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
Bellyacre's motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. 2 great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday, 11A to 9P. Friday and Saturday, 11A to 10P. Regalia, Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Dare Ya or the Double Dare Ya, and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Bellyacres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Bellyacres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Bellyacres.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Such a girl, she's trying to play me like I'm Dick Snicker.
Selling glue like...
Selling glue like I'm Dick Snicker. Your girl act the fool because I'm a rich.
You think he called himself Dick Sticker? Dick Sticker because when he sold glue, you think?
Like a weatherman.
Dick Sticky? Like, what are we Hey, guys, get your glue from Dick Sticker.
I got your girl looking sticky.
No, come on now. No, I don't endorse that. I mean,
she tried to stick me like old glue.
I mean, this man out here, he literally decided to sell glue rather than play for the Lakers.
For the Lakers.
I mean, in 1956. Like, it wasn't even that. Come on, man. What are we doing out here? PGA Championship going on right now, Southern Hills. Justin Thomas still in the lead. I told you at the beginning of the show, I thought that 6 would probably stick like Dick Schnicker. And sure enough, it is at the top. I don't see a lot of guys really, there's a few guys that are pushing. You have Will Zalatoris, who was just birdied to go to 5 under. Abraham Ancer, also 2 under par through his first 4. You have Mito Pereira. You have 2 Chileans in the mix with Joaquin Niemann and Mito Pereira, which is pretty amazing to go along with Ancer. Rory McIlroy, meanwhile, started at 5 under, is now 4 under. He has dropped a shot in his first round. Who you like, Anthony Sane?
Big Africa.
I don't even know if he's in but Christian Bezuidenhout, Big Africa.
Yeah.
One of the few African-American.
HV3.
Huh?
HV3, Harold Varner III, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. He's sponsored by Jordan, MJ's guy.
Oh, yeah, that's my guy then.
No, we're talking about, African American people are from Africa, like Christian Bezuidenhout or like Ernie Els, like real African
Americans.
Yeah. These are African
One
players.
and the same, yeah.
Nick Price from Zimbabwe. Did you know that? Nick Price. Look him up. He's from Zimbabwe.
T'Challa from Wakanda.
No. He does not look like T'Challa from Wakanda. He looks like Dick Schnicker. But he's actually African. Let's see. We have Rory McIlroy. As we said, he's in a little bit of trouble. Tiger Woods, meanwhile, hanging in there, 4 over par. Has looked okay to start. He has even par for his round today. He looks a little better. He's right on the cut line. So Tiger, typically you can assume he's going to make the cut, and he's still got a ways to go. But right now he's on that cut line, so no shenanigans are allowed. He's going to have to shoot at least an even par to hang in there. Oh, Big Africa is in the field.
Come on now.
But unfortunately, he's at 6 over par, so he's probably not going to.
I'm in the cut like I'm Tiger Woods.
So unfortunately, going to be a tough one for the African contingent. Also, Eric Van Rooyen, another Zimbabwean, an African, he's down at 11 over par. So apologies to the great continent of Africa. I don't know that this is going to be the year. T'Challa not in the field. Wakanda
Sorry about
not
that.
represented as well, so difficult.
Maybe from an alternate universe.
That's exactly right. Let's hope so. Actually, I take it back. Killmonger is moving up the charts. He's at 3 under par.
Yeah.
He's actually
Forrest Whitaker brother.
He's actually said Killmonger says he's going to challenge the winner of this at a waterfall and then take a golf club.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this your PGA champion?
Right. Was that Forrest Whitaker or Forrest Whitaker's brother?
That was Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, okay.
Not Forrest Whitaker.
He didn't have a tight eye, though, because people were joking, like, why Forrest Whitaker eye ain't tight?
No, I think it's not that.
You remember people saying it?
Might have been some makeup right there. All right, we got to get out of here. Coming up next, sports time? You better believe it.
Tropical Thunder's up next.
I got a phone.
Want to come at the series? Play the series. It's coming up next. We got to go.
There's no ifs, ands, or